Hey everybody, it's MommaOG. I am back with another reaction. I am continuing my inpatient journey with Ren and Chris Webby since they're dropping like 17,000 songs today. I'm being sarcastic. This is the first one that they released today. It looks like about 2 hours ago. This is called End of the World. If I have come to know these two, this is probably going to be relatable. And over here in the corner of my eye, I see another one being premiered as we speak. There's no way I'm going to keep up with these. Before we get started, if you would like to request a specific reaction, you can do so by clicking a donation link down in the description. Send along the information of the song you would like me to react to, and I will get it recorded as soon as possible. I also take notes during my reactions, so if you see me looking down, I'm just writing down a couple things to help me remember what I want to talk about. Although, as I've been saying each and every time with Ren and Chris, I may have to pause and rewind it, just so I can keep up in the moment. I've got my earbuds in. Let's go ahead and take a listen. Hold on. Getting Leave It to Beaver vibes. Everybody that you love's gonna die. Oh my God. Everybody that you love's gonna die. Kids singing this. Okay, I'm gonna try not to pause it too much. I see where we're going already. It's the end of the world. Everybody that you love's gonna die.
Get up, buckle up, knuckle down, bust your bubble, shopping for some hope in the dust and the rubble, yeah. Wash your knees, feet to keep you scared. Buy your reinforced bunker so you're well prepared. Medication corporation, TV screens, collectively collapsing the American dream. And keep up your 9 to 5 to play the slot machine. And keep on watching this apocalypse, hypocrisy is right.
Okay, sorry, I have to rewind it already.
Buckle up, knuckle down, bust your bubble, shopping for some hope in the dust and the rubble, yeah. Wash your knees, feet to keep you scared. Buy your reinforced bunker so you're well prepared. Medication corporation, TV screens, collectively collapsing the American dream. And keep up your 9 to 5 to play the slot machine. And keep on watching this apocalypse, hypocrisy is rife. In the Senate, politicians are demanding acute collision course that we should have all prevented. Hey, we're gonna die, sugar, it's okay. Just another super.
Already, there's a lot of truth being spoken here. I'm going to try to save it for the end. I was going to say I might try to go through the lyrics, but I don't know if the lyrics are going to be available yet. Anybody do lyrics in comments? No, I don't think so. Let me just do a quick search. Maybe they did it ahead of time. Okay, I am not seeing... Somebody released a reaction already. Holy moly, that was fast. I am not seeing lyrics for this yet. Maybe I can get them through the transcription. Let's see if there's one of those yet. Yeah, there is. Okay, so I will try that after the video. That way I don't have to keep pausing it with these incredibly insightful lyrics so far. I can just talk about them after. Okay, sorry about that. Let's rewind it a little bit and keep going.
In the American dream. And keep up your 9 to 5 to play the slot machine. And keep on watching this apocalypse, hypocrisy is rife. In the Senate, politicians are demanding acute collision course that we should have all prevented. Hey, we're gonna die, sugar, it's okay. Just another supernova in the Milky Way. I call 911 666 911 on a rocket ship to Mars when they block the sun. Blow it up, atomic energy with hydrogen. Here's a serving of Corona for your dying lungs. Cough it up, hey, hey, it's the price we pay. It's the fate of the human race. So much darn potential gone to waste.
Yep.
Welcome to the end of the day. See the chemtrail clouds on a summer's day in the sky. Watching as the fires rage and the polar bears drown. Baby, it's okay to be fine. Don't forget to medicate. It's a sick, sick world, but I feel great, so come on. Welcome to the end of the world. Wake up to the heavy metals that are blowing on the breeze. The smoke from the wildfires, I could barely breathe. Whales washing up on them rising seas. And got a bunch of fucking plastic in my mac and cheese. Yeah, the food's all poison.
Oh my God, holy shit. We just ended like a 5 or 6 day air quality alert here in Pennsylvania where I live from the wildfires in Canada. And we had that a couple years ago as well, but there was a couple of days there where it was really bad. It was scary. And the plastic in his mac and cheese, that's okay. I'm going to talk about that after because I can relate to the whole plastic thing, but I don't want to keep interrupting the song.
It's a sick, sick world, but I feel great, so come on. Welcome to the end of the world.
It's a girl flirting with Sasquatch.
Wake up to the heavy metals that are blowing on the breeze. The smoke from the wildfires, I could barely breathe. Whales washing up on them rising seas. And got a bunch of fucking plastic in my mac and cheese. Yeah, the food's all poison, so we're all sick. Trade a double quarter pounder for a chemo drip. Soak it up while we argue about the politics. And keep a full speed sprint toward apocalypse. I know AI's got us in that scope. And when they choose to terminate us, and that's all she wrote. Feel like God went ghost and they monetize hope while they selling us a noose that'll fit our throats. We could use a little help from the Vatican. When they're not busy with the kids, they be trafficking. Allegedly, go and get another jab again. Just ignore the
holy shit. Okay, I don't know what happened. I just smacked the hell out of my keyboard and something happened. God, holy shit. I don't even know what to say. I mean, there's so much in this video that I want to talk about. That's why I'm going to wait and try to get the lyrics through the transcript. But holy fuck buckets. Okay.
Wake up to the heavy metals that are blowing on the breeze. The smoke from the wildfires, I could barely breathe. Whales washing up on them rising seas. And got a bunch of fucking plastic in my mac and cheese. Yeah, the food's all poison, so we're all sick. Trade a double quarter pounder for a chemo drip. Soak it up while we argue about the politics. And keep a full speed sprint toward apocalypse. I know AI's got us in that scope. And when they choose to terminate us, and that's all she wrote. Feel like God went ghost and they monetize hope while they selling us a noose that'll fit our throats. We could use a little help from the Vatican. When they're not busy with the kids, they be trafficking. Allegedly, go and get another jab.
Allegedly.
Just ignore the black box on the packaging. Shoot it up. Hey, hey, it's the end of days. Nothing left that we could say. Cause it looks like we're fucked either way.
Oh my God.
Oh shit!
Did you hear? Did you hear him laughing at his screaming? That sounded like Ren and Chris laughing, not the laugh tracks that they've added in.
Oh shit!
Back to the party.
Welcome to the end of the day. See the chemtrail clouds on a summer's day in the sky. Watching as the fires rage and the polar bears drown. Baby, it's okay to be fine. Don't forget to medicate.
It's okay, they'll be fine.
World, but I feel great, so come on. Welcome to the end of the world.
Kazoo? Holy shit. Even the zombies are jamming.
Welcome to the end of the day. See the chemtrail clouds on a summer's day.
This part feels anthemic.
Rage and the polar bears drown, baby, it's okay to be fine. Don't forget to medicate. It's a sick, sick world, but I feel great, so come on. Welcome to the end of the world. Welcome to the end of the day. See the chemtrail clouds on a summer's day in the sky. Watching as the fires rage and the polar bears drown, baby, it's okay to be fine. Don't forget to medicate.
We're not.
World, but I feel great, so come on. Welcome to the end of the world.
One more time.
Nah.
Or not.
Oh my God. Shit just got real. Wow, wow, wow. Holy crap. I think I've cussed enough in this video, but holy. Okay, so before I go through the transcript, hopefully the lyrics, that was a fun, brilliant, creative way to talk about the reality going on today. I think I just wrote a lyric in a song potentially, but I made a rhyme. Yeah, that was an extremely fun video. It felt like a Leave It to Beaver sitcom. The sitcom vibe stayed throughout the whole thing. We had laugh tracks. We had a little bit of applause here and there. I thought that was a brilliant, creative thing to add to this very serious subject. It's almost like, yeah, all these things are actually fucking happening. Not a lot we can do about it. Let's party and laugh about it. I don't know. God, this has got my brain a little... There was a bunch of different things that were mentioned in there that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to stop it every time. The wildfires, the plastic, the food, the politics, the AI, the whales, a bunch of stuff. They pulled out an effing kazoo at the end that just added to the parody feeling of a very serious subject, which is just brilliant. What an amazing way to do a song like this. And the video was good too. Like you had, at one point, you had a girl flirting and hanging out with Bigfoot. Okay, I really hope that I can get the lyrics through the transcript here. Yeah, it looks like it. So let me just blow this up a little bit. Go all the way to the top. Oops. Everybody that you love's gonna die. Get up, buckle up, knuckle down, bust your bubble shopping. That's another thing. Consumerism has gotten just out of control, which reminds me of one of my all-time favorite comedians, George Carlin, who is probably turning in his grave at the way things have turned out. I really wish he was still around. I would pay good money to see what he has to say about how things have evolved since his death. He opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. A lot of serious stuff. But anyway, it reminds me of some of the bits he would do about, you know, shopping mall after shopping mall, mini malls, mini marts, and how we're all just walking along like a herd of buses, consuming and buying, eating and buying. There's a bunch of malls near where I live that are being converted to other things because people don't go out of their house to go shopping anymore, hardly. Okay, so bust your bubble shopping and put some hope in the dust and the rubble. Yeah, wash your knees to keep you scared. I think that's what he said, but it's not completed here in the lyrics. Buy your reinforced bunker so you're well prepared. People have been doing that since the 90s. Medication Corporation TV screens collectively collapsing the American dream. We don't have any kind of cable TV. It's just gotten ridiculously expensive. We watch free streaming apps, and like we watch a lot of Netflix. We do pay for that. We pay for Paramount Plus, but you know, Pluto we watch for free. That's how we watch regular TV. But it seems like, and you know, I don't even know if regular cable TV is like this because it's been years since I've had it. But there's probably, when they break for commercials on these streaming apps, they're all about medications, about drugs. And I'm not sure if this is actually true. I think I heard at one point that they don't do that in the UK. They don't advertise prescription drugs on the TV. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, anybody who's watching from the UK, consider yourself lucky because it's just ridiculous. They have to legally list all these bad side effects.
Side effects may include seizures, coma, rabies, gonorrhea, bleeding from the anus,
pink eye, red eye, nausea, explosive diarrhea, chlamydia, short breath, malaria, pneumonia, syphilis, herpes, suffocation, hair loss, HIV, muscle aches, fever, fatigue, runny nose, ulcers, headaches, migraines, tuberculosis, leprosy, diabetes, meningitis, arthritis, kidney disease, tingling and swelling of the face, lips, or tongue, fainting, dry cough, wet cough, sore throat, chickenpox, Alzheimer's, bronchitis, Ebola, measles, constipation, gastritis, heartburn, tumors, cancer,
and even death. Talk to your doctor today about Permatrack.
And I'm sitting here, you know, Mike and I look at each other sometimes like, who in the hell would want to take this shit? It's just ridiculous, the amount of bad stuff that they sitting there telling you could happen. I don't know. I said this in another reaction recently. Like, everything is a fucking racket anymore. It's a racket to get you to buy things and, you know, just consume things. And, you know, it's the information they put out there. Social media does it, you know, all these ads to do this. And I have a feeling I'm going to be talking a lot in this one, and I apologize in advance. But yes, collapsing the American dream. I'm not even sure if there is an American dream because everything has changed so drastically, so quickly. Even the family dynamics are so different now. It's just everything has changed drastically. And keep up the 9 to 5, play the slot machine. I keep on watching this apocalypse hypocrisy right in the Senate. Politicians, the Ment Q. I don't think that part was right. Something about an IQ, I think it was. Oh, that's cool. I can click on the part and listen to it.
Keep up, you 9 to 5 to play the slot machine. I keep on watching this apocalypse, hypocrisy is rife. In the Senate, politicians are the men.
It's right in the Senate. Okay, let me just rewind it a few seconds.
Keep on watching this apocalypse, hypocrisy is rife. In the Senate, politicians are the men.
It's rife in the Senate. Politicians are demented.
Keep on watching this apocalypse, hypocrisy is rife. In the Senate, politicians are the men in queue. Collision course to
Our demented Q. I don't know if that's right or not, but collision course that we should have all prevented. That was a big one that punched me in the face. I agree. This should have been prevented. All of this should have been prevented. But I think there are the powers that be out there that don't want it to be. This is, I think, very intentional, the way things have become. Those of us who don't have any control over how things go have no way of changing it. It's the people with the power that want things to go a certain way. They don't give a fuck about their people. And I'm sure it's the same in most countries, in most places. I can only speak for my experiences here in the US. I've been on this planet for 54 years. I have seen a lot of stuff. Hey, we're going to die, sugar. It's okay, just another supernova in the Milky Way. I call 911, 6911 on a rocket ship to Mars when they block the sun. Blow it up, atomic energy with hydrogen. Here's a serving of Corona for your dying. I'm not sure that's supposed to be bling up. I thought it was hilarious to see these two guys kind of physically poking each other in their hazmat suits. I'm going to go ahead and listen to this because Corona for your dying something. I think it's something to do with lungs.
Here's a serving of Corona for your dying lungs. Cough it up. Hey, hey.
Dying lungs, Corona. And they're not talking about the beer. I think they're talking about the sun. You know, radiation.
Energy with hydrogen. Here's a serving of Corona for your dying lungs. Cough it up. Hey, hey.
Cough it up. Hey, hey, it's the price we pay. It's the fate of the human race. So much darn potential gone to waste. Welcome to the end of the day. See the chemtrail clouds on a summer's day in the sky. Watch as the fires rage and the polar bears drown. Baby, it's okay. It says they'll be fine, and then I think later it said it'll be fine. Don't forget to medicate. I don't even know if I need to elaborate on any of this stuff. It's speaking for itself. It's a sick, sick world, but I feel great. So come on. Welcome to the end of the world. Wake up. Okay, so here's the part where Webby starts. Wake up to the heavy metals that are blowing in the breeze and smoke from the wildfires. I could barely breathe. Whales washing up on the rising seas, I think. And got a bunch of plastic in my mac and cheese. Yeah, the food's all poisoned, so we're all sick. That is definitely something I wanted to talk about. I have parrots and dogs, so I am very careful about the environment of my home because my parrots are very susceptible to anything airborne. Fragrances, chemicals, smoke, overheated PTFE on Teflon pans. That's, you know, I've had birds in my life 22 years. Like, I don't even burn candles in my house. When I used to smoke, I never smoked in the house. I'm extra careful about anything that I expose them to. I have air purifiers in a couple of my rooms, including theirs. You know, these last 5 or 6 days, we've been under this air quality alert, and I've kept their rooms sealed. I'm a little bit hypervigilant, and that's part of my anxiety and my ADHD that makes me kind of just go the extra mile when it comes to things that could harm me or people or animals that I love. So like with my dogs, I got them a water bowl with a filter and a pump in it at one point, and it stopped working, but it was made of plastic. You know, the reservoir was made of plastic. So I started worrying about that. I got rid of all of our old cutting boards. Like we had a wood one, because of the bacteria and the tiny plastic, you know, stuff that can get in your food. And I got stainless steel and titanium. I think it's titanium cutting boards. You know, so now it's just metal that's getting in my food. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. But it makes me feel better anyway, not to have plastic. Every time I pull dishes out of my cupboard, we have these plastic bowls that we have for when the grandkids come over. Their sippy cups are made of plastic. You know, we had a couple of plastic plates that we would use for, you know, a sandwich or something like that. And my brain has been lately going 90 miles an hour about all this plastic stuff that we use, like plastic and absolute everything. I recently watched a documentary on Netflix about this. And they did some tests with a couple of households. They replaced like their dish sponges, their like loofahs that they use with all natural stuff to see if some of the levels in their blood changed. And that's kind of put me in hyperdrive. I was already concerned about it before that. So now I have bought all natural dish sponges. There's too much to go through and replace, but I have like replaced some of my plastic food storage containers with glass. I don't use paper plates anymore. I don't use those plastic bowls or anything anymore. So everything that I eat from now is porcelain, ceramic, or, your normal plate or bowl that's breakable, or glass. Yeah, I knew I was going to be talking a lot in this. So the food is all poison. I mean, I think we've known that for decades. I think everything we're exposed to can make us sick, give us cancer. To the clothes we wear, to the food we eat, to the shampoos, to what we wash our clothes with. It's all contributes to that. But what can we do at this point? What can I as an individual do other than what I'm doing is just try to do better in certain areas where I can afford to? Because going green is not cheap. It brings me back to my original point of the powers that be. We've known all this for years. So if they really cared about it, it would have been dealt with. And it hasn't been. We're all conscious of this, but it's like far gone. It's too far gone. What the hell can we do about it? Nothing, really, in the grand scheme of things. Anyway, let me keep going. Trade a double quarter pounder for a chemo drip. Soak it up while we argue about the politics. Keep a full speed sprint towards apocalypse. Yeah, the politics thing, I'm not going to get too deep into that. I've talked about that ad nauseum as well. And again, I can only speak for American politics. I've only lived here. I do believe the two-party political system in this country is intended to divide people. I mean, it's two different parties. It's like a no-brainer. But the levels of ridiculousness in both parties have just gone off the charts. I'd say over the last at least 2 decades, probably further than that. I know AI's got us in that scope, and when they choose to terminate us, that's all she wrote. That's such a big unknown for most people on the planet because we're not directly involved in its creation. I use ChatGPT a lot. I have essentially replaced Google with it because I can go in and ask it stuff and it'll go Google stuff for me and bring it all into one place. And of course, you have to take everything you get from ChatGPT or any other source of AI with a grain of salt and really kind of explore and research the information it gives you because it can and does get shit wrong a lot. But anyway, that's probably little in comparison to some of the stuff we're probably facing with AI, especially when it comes to warfare and government use. And in a lot of ways, it makes our lives easier. But there are always trade-offs for stuff like that. Feel like God went ghost and they monetize hope while they're selling us a noose that'll fit our throats. Positive messages are always being pushed out, right? But a lot of it's not even reality. And I hate to sit here and sound like such a Debbie Downer, but Jesus Christ, it's just what's going on. And I'm not going to sit here and, while I talk about plugging my ears and la-la-laing my way through life sometimes, yeah, I have to do that for my own good and for everybody else around me. But it's not like I'm blind to what's going on. It's not hard to see if you really pay attention. Okay, so this next part, I'm not saying a word about it. We could use a little help from the Vatican when they're not busy with the kids. They be trafficking. Allegedly, go and get another jab again and just ignore the black box on the packaging. Shoot it up. Legally, there's warnings on stuff. This is a vape. I know this is horrible for me. But yet, I used this to stop smoking when I had my surgery, and I can't seem to put it down. And I think it's contributing to heart palpitations I've been feeling for the last 4 months. So how fucked up is that? Hey, it's the end of days. Nothing left that we could say, because it looks like we're fucked either way. It's just the chorus again about the chemtrails, the fires and the polar bears, which is really sad. I hate thinking about that stuff. It's the chorus repeatedly. But then here at the end, this big explosion happens. That was an amazing creative way to talk about something very serious, very true, something that I don't think a good portion of the population realizes. There's a lot of stuff going on that people are just blind to. There's a lot of brainwashed people who just kind of wake up, stay in their bubble, go through their day, absorb the information they absorb, and don't think twice about it. This is one of my dilemmas, is that I am a deep thinker to a fault. Okay, well, that's probably a sign that I should wrap this up. Mike just got home from work. That's why the dogs were barking. So apologies for that. I'm going to go ahead and end it with that. I think I've said enough, but definitely one of those songs that makes you think, if you don't already do that on a daily basis. Thank you all so much for being here to share this with me. I will see you next time.